Camp Commanders is sponsored by the AAA Commanders MVP membership.
Welcome back. The Commanders have the day off from training camp today. However, they are back at training camp tomorrow, and they're back to the grind. Of course, this after the first preseason game. Commanders won, thank you. Marshall Kramsky, sports anchor, joining us. What's the biggest question that needs to be answered at
Why
this point?
do you care about if the Commanders win a preseason game? No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
I mean,
kidding.
I know it doesn't really matter,
know.
but it was a nice measuring stick to see where our players are at.
It's always better to win than lose.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. But the big question you ask, who will be playing week 2 of the preseason in Detroit? The Commanders' preseason week 1 victory over the Dolphins, which you were so happy about. We barely saw any starters play. As much as fans want to see the starters, could be for a good reason. On the Commanders' first offensive drive of the game on Friday, backup quarterback Marcus Mariota left the game with an injury. Head coach Dan Quinn confirmed yesterday that Mariota has a sprained MCL in his right leg, and he will miss the remainder of the preseason. Luckily for the Commanders, Quinn believes Mariota will be okay to be Jayden Daniels' backup for week 1 of the regular season. Week 2 of the preseason, it's Saturday. Typically, it's the dress rehearsal, right? The big, what do they call it in acting? Tech night. Well, where the Commanders starters will play just a little bit. However, after seeing Mariota go down, it begs the question, will Jayden Daniels play this Saturday in Detroit for a game that means nothing? Here's part of what DQ had to say about that.
As far as like how much and starters and what we do, some of it will depend on what I'm seeing on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we got a bunch of situations that I'm trying to work through, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, some goal line stuff. So this is kind of like our most heightened training camp block coming up. So I'm excited to see that, but we haven't got in terms of like planning of the game yet at that point.
All right, I'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday and let you know. It's a wait and see. Different competition, though. It's decided. The Commanders will be handing the kicking duties to rookie Drew Stevens. The undrafted free agent from Iowa entered training camp at a competition against the veteran, Jake Moody. A source confirmed to me that Moody will be released, which means it'll be the rookie, Stevens, taking on field goal kicking duties for the Burgundy and Gold this season. Other things to watch for at training camp this week, the Commanders' defense, after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive to Miami in the preseason. Dan Quinn not happy. However, It was what will typically be not the starters out there, where Miami did have their starters out there. So the coaching staff, though, they will have all eyes on their defense this week.
Let me ask you about our guy, Nick Allegretti.
Yeah.
His calf injury, he was out for a while, a couple of weeks. I mean, what's the status on Nick?
So Nick Allegretti is supposed to be the team's new center this season. He played about 6 snaps in training camp, and then after that he's been out. It sounds like he's going to be back this week, Dan Quinn told me.
Okay.
And really important because he's a new center with the quarterback. That's the most important chemistry relationship. They really need to get some reps before the regular season starts.
All right, well, we're excited, preseason or not.
Exactly. It's football. Be excited
about it.
about
I can smell football in the air. All right, Marshall Kramsky, thank you as always, friend. On Saturday, the Commanders will be back in action. The Burgundy and Gold will head on the road to Detroit to face the Lions. And of course, as the official television station or home of the Commanders, you can watch the game right here on WUSA 9 and streaming on the free WUSA 9 app. Kickoff is set for noon.